After my promotion party, the cake said, "Congrats to the real star, Ashley." Dad smiled and said, "She's always outshone you." I picked up the mic and said, "Then you can pay the bill she just lost." He laughed. Next day my phone exploded with 56 missed calls. Mom was screaming, and Dad was begging me to fix it. But then Wow! Even the cake says it, my dad chuckled loud enough for the whole table to hear. "She's always outshone you, hasn't she?" I stood there, still holding the mic frozen. The cake in front of me, a 2-tier chocolate raspberry dream I paid for, was supposed to read "Congratulations, Madison." But there it was in bold pink letters. "Congrats to the real star, Ashley." Ashley, my younger sister. The girl who skipped college, bounced from job to job, and posted #BossBabe reels from the guest room of our parents' house. The room went weirdly quiet, like everyone was waiting for me to laugh it off. My mom let out this weak little giggle like she thought she could soften the moment. Ashley, of course, just smiled and waved her champagne like she was on stage. "It's just a joke," she said. "Don't be so sensitive." I was still holding the mic. I didn't plan on speaking much. This wasn't even supposed to be a big party, just a dinner with family and a few close colleagues from work. I'd gotten promoted to senior project manager after 6 years of cleaning up everyone else's messes, staying late, covering shifts, training new hires, and making sure nobody else got blamed when something broke. I thought tonight would be, I don't know, a moment. But apparently my moment was just another excuse to celebrate Ashley. I took a breath. Then I smiled. "Well," I said slowly, looking right at my dad, "if she's the real star, maybe she can pay the bill she just lost." That wiped the smirk off his face. Ashley's smile cracked too. "What do you mean?" she asked, a little too sharp for someone who'd just been crowned cake royalty. I held my gaze. "You'll see." He tried to laugh again, but it came out forced this time, like he was trying to steer the vibe back into family banter territory. "Come on, Mads, don't be dramatic." I clinked my glass gently against the mic stand. "Cheers," I said. "To family. To fake congratulations. And to final straws." The next morning, my phone exploded. 56 missed calls. A dozen texts from Mom in full caps. Ashley had posted something about me on Instagram that was already going viral in our town. And my dad, my always right, never wrong dad, was leaving voicemails practically begging. "Madison, you need to fix this. Please. This is serious." But I had already decided. I wasn't fixing anything. Not anymore. You don't just wake up one day and realize your family doesn't respect you. It's slower. Like mold under the floorboards. You smell something, but everyone tells you it's nothing until one day, the whole floor collapses under your feet. That night, after the party, I turned off my phone. I wasn't ready to hear them pretend it was all a misunderstanding. I wasn't ready to be gaslit into thinking it was a joke. Again. I didn't sleep. My mind ran through everything. Every time I paid a bill, Ashley said she'd Venmo me later. Every ride I gave our parents without even a thanks. Every time Dad compared me to Ashley like I was some defective prototype. I wasn't the favorite. I was the fallback plan. Always there. Always reliable. And that made me invisible. Let's rewind a bit. 6 months ago, Ashley had an emergency. Her third, technically. This time it was a toxic work environment, which actually meant she got caught stealing client info to freelance on the side. She called me crying. Said she had no one. Said Mom and Dad were tired of bailing her out. So I bailed her out. Paid 3 months' rent. Bought her groceries. Even helped her build a fake portfolio so she could freelance legitimately. She thanked me with a text. A single emoji. That was it. Then 2 months later, I find out she's going to Tulum with her new boyfriend, a 47-year-old crypto investor named Brad. I only found out because she posted photos with captions like, "Work hard, rest hard. Thanks to everyone who believes in me." I believed in her. And I got a text emoji. My parents? They acted like she was royalty. My promotion? Mom said, "Well, Ashley's also working on something big. She's networking with millionaires now." Networking? With Brad, who lived in a 2-bedroom rental with a broken jacuzzi. When I asked Dad why he always dismissed my work, he said, "Sweetheart, you're too sensitive. You make good money. What more do you want, a trophy?" No. I just wanted to be treated like I mattered. But the cake was the last straw. The next day, chaos started. Ashley had posted on Instagram a black and white photo of herself in a mirror crying. Caption: "People who can't shine build cages for those who do. I forgive you, Madison." It got over 600 likes in 3 hours. She turned my promotion party into her redemption arc. And the comments? You're so strong, Ash. Haters gonna hate. Let her stay bitter, queen. Even Mom commented. So proud of the woman you've become. I hadn't even spoken to them since the party, but clearly the narrative was already written. Then came the voicemail from Dad. His voice was tight, like he was pacing. Maddie? Look, I know last night got weird. Ashley didn't mean anything by it. She's just been under a lot of pressure. People expect a lot from her. You're the older one. You're supposed to understand. Don't blow this out of proportion. Please. Call me. Understand? I've been understanding for 10 years. I understood when they drained my savings to fix the roof after that hailstorm. I understood when Ashley crashed my car and they said I shouldn't have loaned it to her. I understood when they didn't come to my graduation because flights were too expensive and then posted photos from Vegas 2 weeks later. I understood myself into a doormat. So I made a choice. I went silent, but I wasn't idle. I pulled up the family group chat archive. Every single message. Every single request from Ashley, every guilt trip from Mom, every time Dad hinted that I should just help your sister a bit, she's struggling. I had screenshots. I had receipts. I had the Venmo logs. $12,300 sent to Ashley in just under 2 years. Categorized. Timestamps. Notes. Then I remembered something. Back in February, Dad had me help him with some tax stuff. He said he was applying for a small business grant for his side hustle, a sports memorabilia shop he was trying to start online. He made me sign a few things just for formality. I dug up the folder. It wasn't a grant application. It was a loan application, using my name as co-signer. He borrowed $18,000. No payments made yet. Interest already climbing. And guess what address he used? Mine. I called the loan company. They didn't even hesitate when I said I never signed it. Apparently my signature looked like a scanned image. It's now under review for fraud. I also contacted my accountant. Told her to go through my last 2 years of taxes. She found 3 deductions I never submitted, all added by a third-party preparer Dad referred me to. Fraud. Again. Then I checked Ashley's LinkedIn. She'd added my company as one of her clients, complete with fake testimonials, including one signed Madison J. So I did what had to be done. I emailed my boss. Told her what I found. Sent screenshots. Explained everything. I was terrified, but she responded in less than 10 minutes. Thank you for being transparent. We'll handle this. That's when it happened. Ashley got fired. The contract she had with the client I helped her land as a favor was pulled. Her so-called agency went offline the same night. And then? My phone exploded. Mom. What did you do? She's devastated. Dad. Maddie fixed this. This is family. But I wasn't done. I had more. Because Ashley forgot one thing. She left her old iCloud signed in on the family iPad. And I had photos, videos, voice notes. Some of those voice notes? Her mocking Dad's business. Laughing about using Mom's account to claim unemployment twice. Bragging that Maddie will always clean up the mess. That's her love language. I compiled a folder. Uploaded it. Sent it to myself. Saved it to a drive labeled Star Power, the Ashley Files. Mom wanted Sunday dinner to feel normal. She sent out the usual group text. Roast beef, green beans, Ashley's stupid kale salad. Even included a picture of the cake, the same one from my party, just redecorated with "Family is Forever" written in ugly cursive. Cute. I showed up 15 minutes late. On purpose. Dad opened the door. He looked tired. Not physically, emotionally. The kind of tired people get when the story stops spinning in their favor. Ashley was already at the table. No makeup. No wine glass. No phone in sight. Just staring down like a kid caught cheating on a spelling test. Mom smiled like it was a hostage situation. We just want to talk, she said. I walked in, carrying a small black speaker and a bright orange envelope. Ashley looked up. Her eyes twitched. She knew what that envelope was. She'd seen it before. What's that? Dad asked. Truth, I said. The version you can't edit. I sat down. Plugged in the speaker. Looked right at Ashley. Remember that voice note you sent Brad about how you were just milking the dumb ones until your brand blew up? She froze. I pressed play. Her voice came out smooth and smug. Madison? She's the perfect mule. Pays for everything, doesn't ask questions. That's her whole personality, reliable fool. Silence. Mom went pale. Dad blinked. Ashley lunged for the speaker. I pulled it back and kept talking. I've got more. You used mom's ID to apply for unemployment twice in 1 month. I've got that form too. Also, the tax returns dad filed with my info as a cosigner for his loan? Already under investigation. Thanks for that, by the way. Dad finally snapped. That's enough. Oh no, I said calm. We're not done. I pulled out my phone. Hit airdrop. Sent the file to the family TV. The folder opened automatically. The Ashley file's full broadcast. There it was. Screenshots of fake testimonials. Her Photoshop LinkedIn lies. Audio clips of her mocking everyone. Venmo logs. Messages where she bragged about manipulating mom into guilt money. Ashley screamed. Screamed. Stood up and knocked over her glass. Wine everywhere. This is a setup. You're obsessed with me. No, I said, looking straight at mom. I was your daughter. Until I became your bank. You're twisting this, mom whispered. This is cruel. What's cruel, I said, is raising one child to be a weapon and the other to be the shield. That's when the doorbell rang. Everyone froze. Who else is coming? Dad asked, already on edge. Someone who knows the other half of the story, I said. Enter, Tina, Ashley's former business partner. She walked in like she had nothing left to lose. Carried a brown envelope and a USB. You might want to hear this, she said. I used to cover for your daughter. Until I got audited because of her fake invoices. She dropped the envelope on the table and plugged in the USB to the TV. Inside, an email trail where Ashley billed clients for services she never delivered. Photos of luxury items charged to client cards. An Excel doc titled, How to Look Legit, Even If Broke. Ashley went silent. Tina turned to me and nodded. Thanks for giving me the courage. She's been wrecking lives for years. Yours was just the most convenient. Then she left. No mic drop needed. Dad stood up. This is betrayal. You're trying to ruin this family. I stood up too. No. I'm ending the fantasy. He pointed a finger. After all we did for you. What exactly did you do? I snapped. You mocked my success. You stole my credit. You raised the narcissist and called it confidence. You saw me hurt and stayed silent and called it loyalty. Ashley made mistakes, but she's still your sister. No. She's a scam and mascara. And you're the applause behind her every performance. I turned to mom. You had the chance to stop this. Years ago. But you chose the easy daughter. The loud one. The broken one. And now? Now you all get to live in the mess she built. Ashley sobbed. You're killing me, she whispered. You're turning away from your own family. I picked up the mic from the cake table. Funny. That's what the cake said about you, the real star. So you can pay the bill you just lost. Then I dropped the mic, literally, and walked out. Behind me I heard chaos. Dad shouting. Mom crying. Ashley screaming something about defamation. But it didn't matter. Because I wasn't coming back. Not ever. By Monday morning I had already edited and uploaded the video. It was 9 minutes and 46 seconds of unfiltered truth. Titled, When Your Promotion Cake Says Congrats to Ashley but you paid the bill. The thumbnail? A still from the dinner, Ashley mid-scream, the wine spill on the table and me holding up the mic. The caption? This is what happens when the helper finally walks away. I didn't rant. I didn't cry. I laid it all out, piece by piece. How my family drained me financially while praising Ashley for doing nothing. How they laughed when the cake erased me from my own moment. How my dad used my name for a loan without asking. How Ashley committed tax fraud using my references. And how I'd been paying for their vacations, groceries, and lives while they handed me a mic and told me to clap. The evidence was airtight. Screenshots. Audio files. Fake testimonials she posted under my name. Ashley's unemployment scam. Dad's forged co-signature. Venmo logs with over $12,000 labeled just till next week. By noon it had 80,000 views. By 3 p.m. it was at 500,000. Then the calls started. My uncle. A coworker. My ex. Even my old high school history teacher. They all saw it. And the comment section? Exploded. I felt this in my bones. My sister did this. My mom enabled it. Not the cake stealing her promotion. You are not the villain. You're the mirror. Ashley tried to fight back. She went live on Instagram. Cried for 8 minutes straight while saying things like, I never asked for money. She just gave it. And, I'm sorry if people misinterpreted my words. But the problem with crying on camera is, it only works if the receipts aren't already public. The comment section turned on her. Fast. Why does your sister have all the proof though? The audio? The fake invoices? Nah, girl. You're just sad the ATM stopped working. By that evening, she turned off comments. Mom posted on Facebook a long, shaky post full of phrases like, family is complicated, and Madison didn't mean to hurt us, she's just emotional. I took a screenshot and added it to my Instagram story. Caption: she's still more upset I exposed the lies than the fact they existed. Then came Dad. Oh, Dad. The man who once said, no one likes a loud woman with opinions. He called 22 times in one day. Left 6 voicemails. One of them said, you blew this up for views. I could have fixed it. But now you've made us a laughingstock. Another one? I lost the dealership contract. They said I'm too high risk. Do you have any idea what you've done? I didn't reply, but I knew exactly what I'd done. I dropped the match and watched the whole circus tent catch fire. The cherry on top? 2 days later, I got a DM from a journalist who runs a podcast on financial abuse in families. She wanted to interview me. I said yes. The episode dropped within the week, titled Gaslight Gatekeep, Girl Bossed by My Own Family, Madison's Story. It blew up. Again. Spotify, TikTok, Reddit. Everyone was sharing it. People started tagging me in their own stories. Some even messaged to say they'd sent my video to their therapist. And Ashley? Someone leaked screenshots of her coaching group chat. Turns out she ran a fake mentoring group, charging $150 for Zoom calls full of recycled Pinterest quotes and recycled trauma. The group folded within days. Her PayPal account? Frozen. I wasn't celebrating though. I was building. Because while they were busy trying to salvage their reputations, I was busy launching something real. I took my story and started a YouTube series. Unpaid Daughters, How to Burn the Cape You Never Asked For. The first episode? The party. The cake. The mic drop. The second? A tutorial on spotting financial manipulation by family members. By the end of the week, I had 20,000 subscribers. By the end of the month, 200K. My email? Full of sponsorship offers. My DMs? Full of thank you. I thought I was alone. Then came the final twist. One of my mom's friends, someone I hadn't heard from since I was 14, emailed me. She'd watched the video, listened to the podcast, and attached a photo of something I hadn't seen in years. A birthday card I made for my mom at age 12. Inside it, in shaky handwriting. One day I'll be successful and take care of you so you never have to work again. Below it, in her handwriting. That's my girl, my golden one. I don't know what broke me more, the handwriting, or the fact that, somewhere along the way, I did take care of them. And they made me regret every second of it. 3 weeks after the dinner, after the podcast, after the digital wildfire, I changed my number. Not because I was scared. Because I was done. The new number wasn't for family. It was for peace. It's printed now on the back of my business cards. Front. Madison Ray, storytelling. Strategy. Sanity. Back. Not available for family emergencies. That last part? In bold. My dad emailed me. Subject line. Let's talk like adults. It was a masterpiece in deflection, paragraphs of empty words, polished phrases like, we've all made mistakes and I still love you, no matter what. In the middle he wrote, at the end of the day, I raised 2 strong women. That should count for something. I replied once. No. You raised 1 manipulator and 1 backup plan, and I'm no longer available for either. Blocked. Ashley tried too. She posted a crying video on YouTube. Said I ambushed her, accused me of hacking her files and manufacturing drama. She ended it with, she'll always be my sister, even if she wants to destroy me. The comment section? Brutal. You scammed your sister and now you want sympathy? Not Madison dropping receipts like a lawyer in court. You weren't destroyed. You self-destructed. Someone stitched it on TikTok with the caption, if this is what a villain looks like, hand me the cape. The real ending? It came quietly. Last Friday, I walked past the bakery near my apartment. The same one that made my original promotion cake, the one Ashley hijacked. Sasha, the owner, waved me down. Wait, I made you something. She handed me a white box tied with a ribbon. Inside was a single-tier cake, vanilla almond, my favorite, with soft white frosting and a simple message in gold script. Congrats, Madison. No edits. I laughed. Not the broken kind, the kind that rebuilds you. The kind that feels like exhale after holding your breath for years. That night, I ate a slice barefoot on my balcony with black coffee and no noise. No chaos. No phone buzzing. No one asking for money, help, or silence. Just stillness. I scrolled through comments on my latest video. One caught my eye. You didn't cut them off. You just stopped setting yourself on fire to keep them warm. Exactly. One last thing. 2 days ago, I made a 5-figure donation to a nonprofit that helps women estranged from their family start over. On the donation page, there was an option to dedicate it. I typed, in honor of Ashley, the star who burned everything down so I could rise from the ashes. I no longer flinch when someone says family is forever. Not all families are built. Some are born broken. And some, like mine, collapse under the weight of their own lies. But me? I walked out. And I locked the door behind me. Not the villain. Not the victim. Not the savior. Just free.